Kevin, it's a very disappointing evening, a 3-1 defeat here at the Eyrie against Bedford Town. Our first defeat, unfortunately, back at step 2, and it's fairly evident from body language, expression, whatever. You're not happy with quite a lot of that performance, I would suggest.
No, it's it's obviously a disappointing start. You can't afford cheap moments. Like 5 minutes into the game, there it's a routine sort of moment that, you know, it really is a gift for them, away from home. You know, they're in a bit of a comfort zone there and have got something to hang on to and defend. And yeah, we didn't compete very well in the first half. I thought we made again poor decisions at certain times, and I think they had the lion's share of the better moments. Do you want to come by? They had the lion's share of the better moments even in the first. I think we've had a moment there where Ola goes close and opens up a decent moment, but like I say, I thought they were better on first contact, second contacts, and you know, were stronger than us. It took to get in at half time, and you know, me to maybe leave a little bit on 1 or 2 in there. And we did come out with more purpose in the second period and competed better in the second period. But again, we give another, what I would say is a soft goal. 2-0 down, you have got a real mountain to climb then, but we give ourselves a lifeline. We're getting a goal back, and you know, they're reduced to 10 men, and there's enough time left still to go and take something. I think we had the bit of momentum, then it's just, you know, some difficult decisions there that I think have helped them. But sometimes that's what happens when you're away from home. You don't get the decisions that you want. You know, I don't think it's not a corner, and it's off for the penalty as well. But look, you have to get on with that and deal with it and get over it. And yeah, you know, 3 send-ins off. I'm not sure it was that sort of game, if I'm being really honest. But look, you know, that's it doesn't help us. We've got to focus on what we do and do the things that we can better. We've got to compete better. We've got to be more physical. We've got to be prepared to be braver and nastier. And obviously we can't give such cheap moments away and expect to come out with points.
Sure. It struck me that probably one of the most disappointing aspects for you would be that after the game on Saturday, you spoke about the slow starts against Kings Lynn and against Curzon Ashton, and unfortunately you got onto the slow start this evening, didn't you?
Very much so. You know, it's a gift, unfortunately, and like I say, gives us a hill to climb, and fortunately we got in at 1-0 and we stay in the game at half time and can get in there and, you know, liven 1 or 2 up, which needed to happen, and we did. We came out with more purpose. I thought we were more on the front foot in the second period, but like I say, you know, second goal is disappointing as well, and cheap goals you can't give away, not if you're going to take something from games, and unfortunately we've given probably 3 cheap ones tonight, you know, if you look at the third as well. And yeah, it's going to be tough for us. You know, the lads, they're good lads and they want to do well. A little bit of naivety at certain times there, and a lack of understanding, a little bit of, from 1 or 2, maybe a lack of desire there at certain times to, you know, get really nasty and do those horrible, gritty bits that you have to do away from home. And like I say, we didn't do enough of that. They done it better than us tonight, and obviously deserved the victory.
Sure. Do you think? I mean, do you have enough players in your squad to be able to sort of imbue that, or is that something you can look to rectify? I mean, defensively, in terms of it is the one area where you probably look a little bit lighter. Is it an area that you're looking to add to?
Yeah, look, we've got good numbers in the group at the moment. Obviously, there's a couple more still to come back, but certainly, you know, giving us a bit more cover there might be something that we have to look at. Look, it's one game. There have, like I say, there have been glimpses of it in the 2 previous games where we've got to be more focused and concentrated at certain times and just understand the game a little bit better. And as I've said from the outset, there are a lot of boys making the step up, and you know, they will make mistakes. We certainly made mistakes tonight. It's frustrating, it's difficult. You know what I'm like. I don't like those moments and situations when they're kind of unforced errors. I do struggle with. But yeah, look, I put the boys out there. It's for me to deal with and me to rectify and try to do our best to put it right.
Sure, and we knew that scoring goals gets more difficult as you go up the levels. There have been fewer scoring opportunities in this division so far after 3 games, but I suppose that underlines the importance of keeping it tighter, doesn't it? In that you just can't put yourself behind the 8 ball like that.
No, that's right. You've got to keep your back line tight and keep the door shut and not gift easy moments and opportunities. It was an absolute gift, wasn't it, the first goal? But yeah, look, they stayed in the game, maybe a little bit fortuitously at times, I will say that. But it's about me being honest, and I certainly wouldn't paper over cracks, and I've got work to do. You can kind of accept if teams play and break you down through good play and what have you like, or come up with a shot at distance that ends up being a bit of a worldie. You sometimes have to take those on the chin. I find it really frustrating when they haven't had to work very hard for the moments and the chances, and we've come away conceding 3 goals, and we need to improve that without a doubt. Like I say, I need to look at that and work out a way to do it.
Sure. Kevin, we thank you as always for your time.
Thank you.